Hey, it's Lars Hauwert here, and welcome to this video. So today I'll talk about how to basically have a very boring skill that will make you a ton of money with e-commerce. And what I'm talking about is to gain knowledge on all different subjects basically that there are in the universe that basically allow you to have a better understanding of objective reality. So that's what I'm going to get into today. I'll show you everything that I did in order to gain that knowledge, and I want you to have that as well, right? So if you don't know who I am yet, I'm Lars. I've grown my own e-commerce store to around $9 million in sales, and now I'm helping others to essentially just do the same thing. So let's get right into it. So when it comes to gaining knowledge on different areas of life, I recommend first of all to really dive deep into psychology, because psychology allows you to just influence people and make them essentially do what you want them to do. Of course, use all of this ethically because it's really powerful, but I'm going to show you a couple books that will help you a lot with this. So first of all, I recommend you to read all the great mental models. So there's 4 volumes. So you can first check out volume 1, which is about like the general thinking concepts. Then volume 2, this one goes more into physics, chemistry, and biology. Then volume 3 goes into systems and mathematics. And then volume 4 is about economics and art. And you might think, like, how is me knowing more about physics and economics going to help me with my e-commerce business? But basically, if you know more about these fundamental principles of the world, it will make you see reality more accurately. So, like I said in the beginning, it's very boring reading books. It's way less dopamine heavy as checking out social media or scrolling YouTube like you're doing right now. But this is just gonna make you a ton of money, right? Because, for example, knowing more about economics is just going to help you manage your business better. And a lot of principles when it comes to physics also apply to business. So just reading those, first of all, will really give you a very solid foundation in all different areas of the universe, basically. Then after that, I would also highly recommend to read some books of Robert Greene. So the 48 Laws of Power, as well as the Laws of Human Nature, just help you a lot with human psychology, right? That I talked about. So that's also very important. Like those 2 books, I would both just read them a couple times even, and that'll just help you a lot as well when it comes to really making people do what you want them to do, which is of course making them buy from your website, right? So that's the second recommendation I have. Then this one, Charlie Munger, Poor Charlie's Almanac, also goes a lot into detail on human psychology, which is just really powerful. He's a multi-billionaire, so also learned a lot from this book, and you will also learn a lot from this guy. He passed now, but he was the business partner of Warren Buffett, so he definitely knows what he's talking about as well. And then once you read those books, if you still want to dive deeper into human psychology, then you can also go into like more of like the old school books, like the founding fathers, which is Sigmund Freud, for example. Now, I really don't recommend you to get into this right away because they're very heavy, very difficult books to get through. They're pretty hard to understand as well, honestly. But once you've gone through the other books that I recommended to you, then if you want to dive deeper, these books are definitely very solid. They're basically like him, Sigmund Freud, and Carl Jung are basically the people that came up with human psychology and like all the principles behind them. So they are like, even for me, having read tons of books, still these are like very hard to get through, honestly. So only do this once you are very good at reading books, because if you start right away with these, they'll be very discouraging. Like you'll probably quit reading because like it's hard to understand, it's boring, it's hard to get through. So, but when you get a bit more experienced with reading books like these, you become a bit more of a veteran when it comes to that, then also check out those books. I would say just is really going to help you as well. So probably not the answer that you wanted to hear when it comes to how to develop your e-commerce skills, but reading those books will definitely pay you a lot of dividends in the long term. So be sure to do this. So hope that makes sense. Let me know, of course, if you have any questions. I read all the comments myself, so place a comment down below. Also subscribe and turn on the bell notification to get more videos like this. I post 3 times a week. And there's a link in the description as well, talking a little bit about how we help e-commerce stores to essentially just skyrocket their sales. So feel free to check it out. I don't mind if you click it or not. Just if you need help with growing your sales, then feel free to check it out, right? So thank you so much for your attention, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.